lot since I took over from all these veteran coaches that we have on coaching staff, and then obviously with our head coach, Coach Winnie, he's been great, just giving me some wisdom and knowledge and some things that I can have to be able to help our guys be successful.
What's been the toughest part of the transition for you? You know, you go from playing to all of a sudden now you're leading a bunch of young men trying to do what you have done successfully in the NFL for so many years.
Well, I think the toughest thing is just kind of just getting these guys' mindset that, you know, I'm not that player, because they still kind of see me as that player because I'm not that far removed from playing. I think that was one of the toughest things to get them to understand. But, you know, Coach Cardwell did a great job of, you know, telling me, you know, make sure these guys are respecting me, calling me coach, because if you kind of let it go up under the rug, then you'll never kind of get a good grasp of your position. So, you know, I just try to just go in there and just be myself and, you know, let them guys understand that, hey, I'm not that player anymore. Obviously, you know, I had a great career, but now I'm here to help you to try to go out and be successful in life.
Coach, you got a lot of guys competing for playing time this season. You think with Chez's transfer, that's kind of given the guys who stayed kind of an opportunity?
Well, I mean, you know, we wish Chez the best. You know, you hate to see a guy leave the program, but you know, when he does, it does give other guys more opportunities. And the biggest thing for us is just always going to be about competition. You know, especially in the running back position. You know, it's going to take more than one person to get through the season, and you never know when your opportunity is going to come. You know, so I always tell the guys, you know, prepare just like you the starter, because you never know when that time's going to come for you to be the starter. So if you're not prepared, then, you know, I don't have the trust or the faith to put you out there. So, but all my guys have done a great job of that this spring, of making sure that they prepare just like they the starters, just in case we do have some little small injuries here and there, that I can just plug you right in there and you'll be ready to go, because at the end of the day, the standard's not going to change no matter who runs out there. You know, it's still going to be set at a high level. So, you know, I'm excited about that part, and you know, I'm gonna do a great job of trying to manage all those personnel that want to get on the field. It's only one football. You know, we're not like the receivers that have, you know, you can put 3 guys out there. You can only put one running back on the field. So, you know, as long as we don't let our egos get in the way or let jealousy, you know, get in there, you know, I think we'll be perfectly fine.
Coach, what were your overall impressions of Will Shipley after full spring?
He's going to be real good. You know, Will did a great job of just coming in and just really wanting to learn. You know, he was very eager to come in and learn the playbook. He's one of those guys that sometimes you might have to pull him back a little bit because he want to learn so much. You just want him to just take it one day at a time. But you know, he comes from a great foundation in his high school up there at Wellington with his coach, and you know, so you kind of see that, you know, translating over here to Clemson now. So I'm excited about seeing him grow as a player. You know, he's gonna have hopefully a special career while he's here at Clemson.
Do you think he could be a prolific return man like you were?
No, I don't want him to be like me. I want him to be like Will Shipley. You know, and that's the thing that I tell him, because I know those comparisons are gonna happen. And I don't want that added pressure to him, so I just try to tell him, man, just go be Will Shipley. You know, I'm gonna give him the pointers of how I seen it when I was a returner, but you know, I don't need you to try to go and be the same returner that I was. Go be better than I was. You know, go break the NCAA record if that happens. You know, so I'm gonna give him all the knowledge and the wisdom and kind of see, you know, the things that I seen as a returner, but don't try to go out, be back there and try to do what I did. You know, so that's all. That's been really my biggest message to these guys this spring, is just go and be yourself. You know, I don't want you to try to go be nobody else but yourself, and, you know, especially when it came to Will.
How has the position evolved since you were playing here at Clemson and even in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, you see the running back position. You know, guys are more involved in the passing game. You know, offensive coordinators are splitting guys out wide more. You know, you're just trying to find those mismatches that you can attack defense on. So that's kind of, you know, it's more of a spread type. You know, when I was here, you know, we were more traditional up under the center. And then now these guys have all these 6'4", 6'3", 6'5" receivers. We only have maybe 6'2", 6 foots. You know, my counterpart, Jacoby Ford, you know, 5'9" at best. So, you know, the game definitely evolved, but, you know, that's great for our game, because it should evolve. And it's been great to see it evolve over the last several years.
This might be a simple question, but what does Clemson mean to you?
Clemson mean to me? It means everything. It's a place that I've known since 2006. You know, this is literally like a second home. the people here make it so special, and I think that's what makes people come here and stay here and want to live here even when they're done playing. I think it's just the people here, how well they treat you. They treat you like a family member, because it is a family. And that's why I decided to come here, because it reminded me so much of Lake Butler, Florida.
Kind of along those same lines, obviously there are a lot of coaches who did, play at Clemson or come to Clemson. How does that affect the dynamic of just kind of connecting with players and things like that?
Say again?
How does that affect the dynamic of connecting with players, of being that there are so many of y'all who played at Clemson that are now coaching staff?
Well, the great thing is that they know that we understand that we're going to take great pride into this program. So obviously a lot of stuff that changed for us, from like the facilities and all that stuff, but the foundation is still the same. So we're able to relay that message, because we've been there. These same strength coaches, some of them that's in there, they was our strength coaches. So it's a lot of ways that we can relate to these guys. We know what the grind's like on a daily basis. So that, I think that's why Coach love hiring former players, because they know what the program stands for. They know the foundation of it. And when you have a great understanding of the foundation, you can relay that message to the younger guys, and that's kind of been one of my things, is just really letting these guys know that I take great pride into my school, and I don't take this thing for granted. You can't come here and just get by. You're gonna be pushed to the max, both academically and athletically. So those guys have an understanding of that, then they'll have a great college experience.
CJ Will came in very highly touted, obviously, but Is there anything about him that has surprised you?
Well, I kind of caught myself going back and watching some high school highlights of Will, just because I just wanted to get a better understanding of the type of person he is. But the thing that you really that I'm really struck by is just the type of person that he is. He's very well mannered. Obviously, I wasn't involved with the recruiting with Will, so that was being able to just get to know him as a person. He's very smart. He's about his business. Hopefully he won't be a guy that I have to worry about at night, because I know he's going to do things the right way. He has goals that he want to hit while he's here at Clemson. My job here is to try to help him achieve those goals, but just being very blown away by how well-mannered he is. He's well advanced for his age. He has a game plan for his life. And a lot of young people don't have a game plan. They just out here just living. But he has a game plan for his life. He knows where he wants to go. I don't want to say it's similar to my mindset when I was in high school, but it's very similar to how I was thinking when I came to Clemson. What I wanted to do, what I wanted to achieve, and I went about my business of doing it. So he kind of reminds me in that regard that he's well-mannered, and he has the right mindset to be a great college football player and a great student.
Coach, what about your other freshman, Phil Maffa? Watching him in the spring, looked like he had a pretty good combination of size and speed.
Yeah, he has great combination of size and speed. He's big. He has very soft feet. Can catch the ball very well out the backfield. And then he's so soft-spoken. He's very quiet. But as the spring went on, he kind of opened up and loosened up to the guys. And that's something that we needed in our room, because it's going to take all of us this fall to be successful. But he's going to do a great job for us and be a big addition, because he's a bigger body than all the guys in the room. But I'm excited to watch him and Will grow together. They kind of complement each other very well. Pretty much like brothers. They always hanging out together. So it's great when you see two young players come in and have that mindset of wanting to be great and doing what it takes to be great. So I'm excited about just watching him grow as a player and as a person.
What do you like most about this group of players? Again, you don't have that lead feature guy like ETN, like you guys have had for years, but you have a bunch of hungry, young, potential stars in that group.
Yeah. The thing that I love most about these guys, they all come here ready to work, and they all come here ready to learn. And that's the biggest thing that you want as a coach. Guys that's coming here eager to learn, that's going to put on that hard hat and just go to work, set their egos aside. That's one of my things that I tell them. You leave your ego at the door. pick it up on as you exit the meeting, because we can't have any egos in our room. You know, I'm going to push you. You know, I'm going to do a great job of, you know, complimenting you too, tapping you on your butt, letting you know that you've done a great job. But when we come in that meeting room, you know, it's all about business. It's all about, you know, how can we get better as a player? How can we get better as a person? You know, these guys did a great job of that this spring, of just coming in and just really just getting a feel for me, because I'm new, you know. So they kind of had, you know, they obviously know I played the position, but it's a difference between playing the position and coaching the position. So, you know, they trying to get a feel for, you know, how I coach and how I demand things, you know, because they're hearing a different voice compared to what they'd heard the last 5 to 6 years.
You talk about that voice. Are you finding your voice as that coach and being more comfortable in that role?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable in the role. I mean, it's still a long road ahead of me. It's still a whole learning process for me. But I'm getting more and more comfortable with the role that I have, and I understand that this is it's a high standard in our room, and I don't take that for granted. And I understand that each and every day that this is a blessing to be in the position that I am, because not every day you get to coach at your alma mater. So for me to be able to do that, my first stop, I just get my coaching career going. I take that to heart. I take great pride into that. I don't take that for granted. So I'm gonna do the best job I can with it and see where it goes.
What would it mean to reap some of the benefits of the foundation that some of your teams set here at Clemson if you guys were able to do that this year?
Well, it'd be great for our players. I really don't look at it until going into like, want to reach some of the benefits that, you know, some of these guys set before some of these guys that came here. You know, you just want to make sure that these guys that's here now, that they're able to enjoy their benefits, you know, while they're here. So, you know, I really not try to get into, you know, oh man, I want to win this because I didn't win that split. You know, my job is to come here and try to help these guys be the best version of themselves, both as a football player and as a person. But then whatever comes with that comes with it. You know, I'm not going into it that, man, I want to win this or win that because I didn't do it as a player. You know, I had a great career while I was at Clemson. Now it's my time to pour back into these guys so they can have a great career while they're here at Clemson.
Coach, you need one guy to step up and be the alpha dog in the next month.
You asking, do I need a guy to step up and be that?
You need one guy to separate himself.
Well, I mean, we have great leadership in our room. You know, you got Lynn J. Dixon that have been here 4 years. You got Darren Richard that have been here 6 years. So we have great leadership in this room. So those two are the older guys, and I'm really leaning on those guys to help, you know, pour back into these younger guys, give them the wisdom that they done learned over their career. But as far as, you know, having just that one lead dog, I don't think we need that because it's going to take a collective effort from everybody. In the years past, you know, you always had Travis. But I think, you know, as a running back, you know, it's going to take, you know, multiple guys for us to be successful.
As far as ball carrying,
as far as ball carrying, yeah. Because, I mean, you never know what can happen in the game. You know, so you got to make sure that everybody's in your room. You got to make sure that they prepared. Because, you know, if somebody goes down, that don't mean that the standard got to go down. The standard won't go down. You know, the standard's still going to stay the same. It's going to be set at a high bar in there. You know, for guys like Terry Allen that came through the program, James Davis, Wayne Gallman, Andre Ellington, you know, Reggie Mayweather. So, you know, there's a high standard in our room. So it doesn't matter who run out there. You know, those guys that's out there on the sideline watching you, they're going to expect you to go out there and get your job done. So I just got to do a good job of making sure that every guy that's in my room, that they prepared to go just in case, you know, some injuries happen. Because, you know, playing this game, injuries does happen.
What do you see from Kobe Pace this spring?
Yep.
And what are you looking for from him going into the fall?
Kobe did a great job of just coming in and really just learning more about the offense. Obviously, last year he was a freshman, and, you know, he plays a little bit here and there, but not that much. But the biggest thing, you kind of want Kobe to see him as a player just continue to just get a grasp of the offense, honestly. Understanding both the running game and the passing game, understanding why I need to be where I need to be. And I think if he does that, I think he'll have a great season. So we'll see. We'll just continue to. He's off to a great start with the spring, but now, you know, it's his fall camp that's getting ready to come. So hopefully, you know, I know these guys had a great summer, but now it's time to build on that foundation that we set in the spring.
you seen from Lin Jay since Etienne left? What have you seen from him, and can he hold off some of these young guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's been very vocal. He took on that leadership role. He's helping these young guys. He's been around a lot, so he's making sure that these young guys understand, the standard that's been set. Also when it comes to the playbook, what to expect, how defense is going to play here. So he's been very more vocal. I say, not only been around him, I guess you say a year and a half, spending time with him, or spending around him last year, as I, understanding Coach Elliott. But I can see now that he's more vocal than he was last year.
Okay, CJ.